Good evening, fellow punters. For the last time in 2022, I'm going to say the clock on the wall says 6:41 on New Year's Eve. I just said, come on, seeing there's New Year's Eve, to wish everybody a peaceful, healthy and prosperous New Year. And thank you all so much for being part of the journey all year with me and the rest of the brilliant bus passengers. And thanks very much to all the newcomers lately that has liked and subscribed. We're up there nearly to 3,000 now. It's a journey that's evolving the whole time, and we don't know where it's going to finish, and we don't know how long it's going to last for, but we're going to try and keep it going as long as we can. Keep picking winners and enjoying it and keeping good health. So to the people that we may have lost through death or through injury or through illness during the year, we miss ye. And there's some that used to leave comments that no longer are with us, so I always wonder and worry about, like, are they okay? So please God that they are. Anyway, there's a good few newcomers on the bus. I might as well mention them now to the end of 2022. Paul Nolan, Baden Carson, Kev Johnson, Chris Ness, Alan Carolyn, Chris Wynn, Matto Jacko, Barry Kernan, Keelan Joyce, Paul Kavanagh, Aid Black or AD Black, Ross Wilson, A.F. Hall, Clifford Page, David Goggin, he's holidaying with his family in Sydney, Stein, 474, and Clifford Page, and Paul Bailey, and he left a grand witty comment. He was saying that the bus got stuck in the muck today, and so it did, it appears, because so did a lot of the horses as well. I think that I picked every horse today ran terrible on ground that I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect to see all that rain today, and you could know by a lot of them that when they were drifting in price, like Run for Oscar and Rian, the conditions wasn't suiting them. That's the closest we came to drawing money, was getting 2 out of the 3 right in the TriCast, but Rian, our selection in the race, let us down. It's a bit disappointed with the way he ran, but it had to be the ground, because there's definitely a couple of wins in him, and we'll pick up a win, I think, as well with Captain Conbay. That's his trip. He just got tapped for toe and caught in a pocket on the turn for home, when the horse that won that race actually was well bet the last day by Rian. The ones in England, the ground was all against them, and there was a few shocks there as well. 66 to 1 shot turning over the hot pot, and I see Facile Vegas shortened up now from even state to 11. Second favourite now I think could be Marine Nationale for the Supreme. But horses can be peculiar on bad ground like that. We have I kept it simple for tomorrow. We have 3 bus horses, 3 horses that we won on the last day. There's a lot of bus horses running tomorrow, but I kept it down to 3. Alligator Alley, that won for us 3 times this year, and it's rated 100 now, but when it came from, it was rated 104 originally, and I'm following this horse that won that listed race in York as a 2-year-old and won in 58 and change, and it was on good firm ground, and it never really got its conditions. Several times that it ran in England this year when we were trying to back it, the rains came down during the summer, but when it came back to that surface and it went down in the ratings, water always finds its own level, and it won off 85 in Thurston. That was on good to firm ground. And then it ran in a listed race when it started slow against Fine Wine, but finished fast in 3rd place, and then it won twice. But they don't seem to be going fast enough for the horse at all in front, in Fareham, for because the faster they go, the better he can settle, and he can pick them up late, like we see in this race here.
Towards the near side races Stone of Destiny, the red cap, and over on the far side pushed along is Atia Nose Bandit. It's Army of India disputing it with Papa Don't Preach between runners a length to Silky Wilkie. Dusky Prince still well there the far side. Alligator Alley making ground the far side. Stone of Destiny and Khabib making their efforts the near side inside the last, and Khabib coming there strongly the near side to take on Army of India. Alligator Alley produced on the far side. These are three that'll fight out at the finish, but it's Alligator Alley from off the pace has won this well.
He needs a fast pace, and he should have it again with Fine Wine, who is a pound or two better off for the time he got beaten by him before. The fly in the ointment there is that King of Bavaria, first run for Mick Appleby. It used to be with Aidan O'Brien, and it hasn't ran on the surface before, and it hasn't ran for a few months. And wouldn't have most that one on heavy ground, one on yielding to soft, and that the surface, I don't know, will it be suitable for him, but he's short on the betting there anyway. But I can go with him. And then in Cheltenham, we have the Rail Keel Hurl. We actually have 3 bus horses in this. We have to pick one, don't we? But Nappers Hill, I picked him last March in Sandown, and had finished 6th, I think. Disappointed with him, and then went off him, and he won 4 times in a row. We were on First Street the last time it ran and won, and even though it beat, I like to move it when it was placed in the county hurl, and like to move it down the field. I like to move it, ran well enough in very well, I thought, under top weight in the Greatwood hurl, and it was won on soft ground. It won his bumper. And throughout, it was ran very consistently in every race. It ran in the Cheltenham bumper to Sir Gerhard. It was 9th, beaten 19 lengths. But throughout the county hurl run against 8 man, and it was ran well enough the whole time. Step Up and Trip, it looks like it should suit. Marie's Rock is the favourite. Last seen in Punchestown winning the Mayor's Group Grade 1 hurl. And it won in the Mayor's Hurl in Cheltenham as well. Hasn't ran since Punchestown. It needed the run first time out last year against Molly Ollie Wishes, and then it ran in the Greatwood, and it was 7th. So has it improved that much, or does it need a few runs to get there? Will it be ready to rock tomorrow, or are they thinking of just, a March coming again? So I thought I like to move it at 4-1 was worth the bet. And then in the last race at Cheltenham as well tomorrow, a horse we won on the last time as well, Meatloaf. I'd prefer if this race was 2 miles. It's only it's just short of a mile 6, and there's a few flatbread horses in it. But the flatbread ones are changing trainers as well. That Fiercely Proud was sold, I think, for 120 from the Don Cantillon yard, and the Shinji, that was with Roger Variant, sold for 60,000. They're flat bred speed, but Meatloaf is a half brother or full brother to Time White, so it's classy enough, and it won well enough for us the last day. So there are 3 that I could do an each bet little treble with them as well, in the hope that they might do the business for us, and as I call them, bus horses that we have won money with them before. There is a good handicap chase tomorrow, but I'm not sure about the ground, because the horse that I was looking at in it is Happy Go Lucky, but he needs a bit of cut in the ground. So if it's drying out, hopefully they won't run him if it's not suitable. But he had a great run, I thought, the last day against Lam Presse, but when it ran the time before in Cheltenham, has ran 4th in 3rd, 4th. It won 2nd, and then I thought this was a great run the last day, and just got tired in the latter end.
as they made the turn on towards the fourth run home. So it's Long Presse and Happy Go Lucky. These are the first two in the rehearsal, and they're now clear by 4 lengths over into Overdrive, who will jump in third. Windsor Avenue, and then Who Shot the Sheriff staying on the outside, Dingo Dollar, and then The Big Bite. They race down towards the third from home. Long Presse over on the far side, Charlie Deutsch on the near side, David Bass and Happy Go Lucky. Over in third into Overdrive, trying to stay on in the hands of Jamie Hamilton, and in fourth is Windsor Avenue. They race down towards the second last, and Long Presse has got the lead. Long Presse led by about 2 lengths to Happy Go Lucky and into Overdrive, who's now beginning to stay on resolutely down the centre of the course, racing down towards the final fence. Long Presse has got the lead. Long Presse by a length and a half into Overdrive in second. Happy Go Lucky is back in third. They've got another 75 yards to go, and Long Presse has the lead, and Long Presse
was upsides. Probably would have finished second if he didn't fall at the last in the King George. Into Overdrive went on to win the Ronald Merrick in Wetherby on Boxing Day. And that's a decent horse. 12-1 there. Bookie's paying 5 places. If it runs, it might be worth an each way shot. There's also horses running tomorrow. When I was in Willie Mullins' yard, a couple of them, I asked them to discreetly give me a horse, a 4-year-old, and to give me Quai de Paris, but it's odds on tomorrow. But keep an eye on that. If you want to do a short price double, that's an odds on shot, and so is Monafite. It's in the 356 at Southwell. It won for us the last day, but it's 4-6. And I think Quai de Paris is 8-13. But that'll be a 7-4 double. We also have Harmonia Maker running tomorrow. I hope that will win to boost its chances of winning in Cheltenham. There's a horse as well that we won on a couple of times last April, Java Pint, tomorrow. Golf Marin, a lot of people remember that. It could have won a couple of races. We're back to it in Galway. That's first time out tomorrow over fences. But it's as well just to keep an eye on that tomorrow. But people will recognise those names when they see them. We have Statler running tomorrow as well. That we had tipped that up when it won in Cheltenham. It was the only horse I backed anti-post last year, actually. I backed it at 20s and 16s for the National Hunt Chase. There's a good mare's chase in Fairy House as well. Scarlet and Dove is weighted on the ratings to win it. It has pounds in hand. I didn't check the prices of that, actually. But we can't back them all. Anyway, it's Christmas or New Year's Eve. I wish you all a peaceful, prosperous and healthy New Year, and I hope to hear from you all soon. And might sing a verse or two of a song the last time this year. We'll sing a Hershey song. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and a windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. A bolt of fear came through him as he thundered through that sky, for he saw the riders coming in hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yo, yaha, yippee-yi-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Well, the riders that loped on by him, I heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding in my range. Cowboys, change your ways today, or with us you will ride across the crowded desert, across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yo, yaha, yippee-yi-yay. Ghost riders in the sky, ghost riders in the sky. Yaha! Happy New Year to everybody. Bash the bookies. Over and out.